Hello, everyone. Welcome back to week 5 of the GenesisChain webinar series. Before we dive into today's exciting session, let's just have a quick recap of what happened last time. So, Dr. Beena Ramamurthy was a guest speaker of week 4, focused on blockchain's role in transforming supply chains through provenance tracking, Proud DApp, audibility, and regulatory compliance, enabling end-to-end transparency across supplier tiers. She highlighted real-world examples from Renault Group, KPMG, Merck, IBM, Walmart, and Home Depot, stressing disruption of traditional processes for trust and reduce fraud. Additionally, she covered secured digital identities for self-sovereign control, NFTs and tokenization in gaming metaverse, DApps with governance voting to prevent scams, and compared blockchain to a train system supporting diverse applications. For those new to the series, Justice Chain is a free 8-week program designed to make blockchain education practical and accessible with real-world insights from industry leaders. So, if you missed earlier weeks, watch the replays in our YouTube channel. And of course, this series wouldn't be possible without our incredible sponsor, MTutor, whose support allows us to keep the program completely free. They offer an education platform for school and university students, which is incredible. Check out their website. Now, let's get into today's topic: the road ahead, Web3, and the decentralized future. It is my honor to introduce our speaker, Gaurav Saroj. Gaurav is a project manager and IT strategist with 9 years of expertise delivering transformative tech and governance projects for clients like Aditya Birla Group and Motilal Oswal. His leadership in PMO operations and cross-fundamental innovation makes him a go-to expert in both traditional and blockchain industries. Gaurav delivers complex digital transformations as project manager at Smart ITES, serving global leaders and applies his skills to blockchain projects, showing how distributed ledgers drive stronger business outcomes. With that, I'm excited to hand it over to Gaurav to take us through the session. Thank you so much. Hello, sir. I think you're on mute. Just give me 1 second. Are you able to unmute now, sir?
Yeah. So, welcome everybody to this amazing call tonight where we will be talking about Web3 and decentralization. What is the future of decentralized network? How it can give you an opportunity to maximize the profitability, the way things are changing, the way the Web3 is taking over. Okay, so we will be covering all that in today's sessions. What exactly DeFi is, what DAO means, what is the gaming economics, new ownership model, okay, more value governance from the centralized platform to the user. So that is the stuff which we will be covering tonight in this amazing session for everyone. So moving on to this pro topic, I will give you some rough information exactly how things are changing, what was Web 2 and how Web 3 is taking over. Okay. So everybody knows Web 2 was like where Google, Facebook, Amazon, Spotify and different social media platform had made huge profitability in terms of because they were owing that platform, the profit generated by them was in $1 billion industry currently if you will compare, because Web 2 was a emerging technology that period of time. But now, being a owner of all this platform, people also wanted to make value, wanted to get value for their time. So Web3 is giving creator and even the people who are using the platform an opportunity to make profit. And that is done because of the smart contract, which is automated and fair sharing, and it is not controlled by any third person or middleman. Because of user gaining the ownership and control, and because of various different community rewards that are being distributed, and this is everything is possible because of the Web3. So we will see like how it gives more value, how things are changing, and how you will be maximizing on it. So here we will understand why decentralized finance is important and why this is beyond your banking system. You need to know because in the banking system, there is someone to control your funds. There is someone the organization has entire control on it. And even when you try to get your own fund, sometimes it is very difficult. Like they ask you many questions, and even it takes ample of time to get your own funds out of this centralized platform because that are driven by institution. But when we talk about decentralized financial system, this platform are unique because it is not run or governed or controlled by any middleman. That is like everything on the smart contract which are audited, which are cetric certified, and then based on the mathematical calculation on the smart contract, they are functioning. I have on the screen, you can see I have shared you some of the basic major advantages of this decentralized financial system. Okay, in the decentralized financial system you don't have the ownership, like you don't know the owner name, address, or anything. No KYC is needed, so many people can be a part of this platform irrespective of their countries boundaries and from where they are doing the transaction. That is the plus point. Second, there is a lower gas fee because in most of the time when we talk about banks, there is a higher gas fee. The gas fee in the sense the banking transaction charges or handling charges, processing charges, they take huge amount of percentage in providing you that service. But in decentralized, it's a very low, hardly 0.1 to 1%. And the settlement which take place on the decentralized platform, it is the instant settlement within a fraction of second. Within a fraction of second you get it. Okay, then the moment you provide liquidity also onto the decentralized platform, you get your liquidity unlocked any period of time. So that is the major changes which decentralized systems are doing currently, and you are able to track the entire liquidity of the platform where you are providing funds or you are using that decentralized finance system. So that is giving you a huge profitability, and even that is giving you more transparent and more user friendly experiences. So some of the example, you can see the major protocol like Aave and Uniswap, they are managing billions of dollar in this decentralized financial market. So that is the revolution which is there, and this is benefiting everybody, not just one, two. It is giving profitability to everyone from any part of the world. Coming on to the next part, like when we talk about DAO, what exactly DAO is? That is decentralized autonomous organization. The governance and the economics of DAO system is dependent on their user. Okay, how many users are there in that particular platform? How much shares or tokens they are holding? Based on the holdings, they have certain rights to votes on the platform and make their opinion to make decisions, which is not possible in any centralized system. In the centralized system, there is a organization and the bodies are already designed. So in that way, where you need to understand that is manipulated by someone. But when we talk about DAO, it is not manipulated. Even the single penny which is transferred from one wallet to another wallet can be traced. Okay, can be traced. This gives you a huge assurance like your funds are used properly. Even when you invest in any banking system, you don't know where the banks are using your fund. They are not transparent. You don't know how much profitability they are making. You don't know how much they have made or how much loan they have gave, how much they. But when we talk about DAO mechanism, when you become a part of any DeFi system, you're holding that token, you're holding that asset, then you are eligible to see every single transaction, where this funds are located, how they are used, how they are making profit, how much profit is generated. That is in front of us. So that is more valuable and more, you can say, transparent than any financial system right now in the market. But the challenges right now in this DAO system is also like this. There are very big players which comes up with huge amount of funds with them. So when they come with a huge amounts of funds, they are kind of people to make major decisions. Okay, they can take major decisions which everybody have to follow. So the people having having a huge dominance into it, they can create challenges into the DAO. But even even if they are more than 50, if they are holding more than 50% of the asset, okay, then you can consider them as a decision maker. But if anybody is not holding more than 50, and it is not even possible to hold more than 50% of any asset if it is into a blockchain industry, because it is diluted and it comes by minting and all that stuff. So that is very important part of it. Coming on to the real DeFi success stories, I will on the screen you can see there are many DeFi platform which are created. You can consider in the layman language, I would like to say you can consider this as a banks. Lido, Aave, Uniswap, Curve. You can consider this as a bank. People are buying their asset, okay, staking it, holding it, and making profit out of it. But everything what they are doing is visible on the blockchain ledger. So that is the reason they are successful. Even you can see there is 9 million Ethereum stacked. That is $15 billion in their liquidity. Okay. If there is 1 million plus user and $108 billion, sorry, $10 billion locked. Okay. Then there is 1 trillion volume, 6.3 million user in Uniswap. So you can see how things are changing, how people are migrating towards a DeFi. But even it is also important for you to evaluate the project. Okay, somebody comes up with anything and tell you buy this that, it's not like important it will be a real legit project. Because even in crypto you need to be very examining the things what is coming, it's a real legit, and how things are there, what legal licenses they have to operate, and there are many other things to do that. Then only you need to be a part of DeFi project. Otherwise many time there are many Ponzi deals also where people lose money. So always be alert on finalizing where you want to, on which project you want to be a part of in DeFi space. So these are the DeFi use case of the decentralized financial ecosystems. Now coming on to the play to earn gaming industry. Everybody know gaming industry is a billion trillion dollar industry, and gaming sometimes people feel like it's a waste of time. Okay, we don't make anything out of it. But if you are professional, and if you know, like if you play games you can make profitability, you can make earnings. So the DeFi system is an example for that. Okay, in the DeFi system there is X infinity, okay, where you can make around $5 to $50 a day based on how you are playing, how is your skill sets and everything, you make earnings. Okay, because it is designed in a way where when people are coming playing, they are provided with certain NFTs and certain other stuff where they can make profit of it, and they can even make livelihood out of it. So even this is possible because of Web3. Play to earn was often misleaded. Okay, but player owned asset and marketplace while earning remain uncertain for most. Okay, so that is the example we need to know. You can even make earning, and that is really feasible because of decentralized finance and decentralized application and Web3 platform. Because for doing all that stuff, you are being rewarded by the blockchain company which is introducing that particular platform. Now you can even compare the traditional web 2 platform and web 3 platform, where you as a creator you are getting very less fund or money, or your compensation, you can say, like 0.03 to 0.005 post streams, and most of the profit which are generated are used by the company or the platform who has created that particular application, because they make money on your content. So you are not able to get what is your major stake from that particular content. But when you become a web3 creator on any of the platform, your revenue what you make is 85 to 95%, because they are paying you directly in their tokens, which can be swapped. Okay, which can be swapped into USDT, but they are only charging 15 to 20% as a platform handling fee. So that is the real difference. That is the difference when we say we are moving from web 2 to web 3, and this is the Gen Z generation where people want to know how things are changing, how fast we can make profitability, how fast we can make earnings. So for all that, there is a single answer for that: become a web3 creator, become a web3 player to play and earn from the game, or become a web3 decentralized defi project investors. So there are many options to make profitability out of it. Even in the Web3, there are many other ways also to make profit, such as staking, yield farming, high yield and saving, main risk, early. There is also risk of it, and even you need to know, like, high risk, high profit. That is a single word I would like to say. When you buy any token, you buy just looking at the project. It's like buying any asset just looking at the layout. When you get any prospect, oh, this property is supposed to be built here, and this is the entire layout, the way it will be built, and you brought it. But sometime what happens is there is certain allegations, there are certain complications, because of which the development is stopped. Okay, then you lose money. Similarly, into the web3 also, when you are finalizing the project, you are investing as an early investor. So you are investing into it and you are waiting for your profitability, but the profitability which you get into this, it is like 100,000 and 100,000x. Okay, that is the possibility into the web3 industry. But it is like whenever anybody become a web3 expert, you need to know, you have to invest what you can risk. Okay, you don't have to invest everything what you're making. So that time you can monetize onto it, because every time risking everything can also lead for a huge loss for you. Okay, so evaluation, and then after evaluation, you need to decide how much you can afford to be a part of that particular project, then how much you are expecting to make losses. Okay, because web3, many things are changing every time there is innovation, and every innovation, it won't be successful innovation. So we are investing into any project where we feel like it will grow, and if it grows, it gives you like 100x, 1000x and 10,000x. It's like a startup, investing into the startup, because web3 is just the start. Okay, so you are investing into startup to make profit, but it has certain risk like involved into that particular transactions. Okay, then coming on to the next part, there is a Web3 market size, okay, and real adoption metrics. You can see how much is the total size, okay, of the users on different platform. Like hardly out of the total circulation, like total population, 100% out of 100%, you can consider only 20.6% user on the DeFi platform. Okay, out of that 55% user are on Ethereum. Okay, and this is just evolving, and this is the overall information, but it is growing gradually. Coming on to the various part, as I was telling you, you need to check many things about the project, or about the Web3 project that is there. And in USA there is SEC, which takes the entire summary of what this project is all about, that provides you security. So if any project is there, it is registered with SEC, then that is a good project. Any project with which is from Singapore, okay, for or from EU, European Union, or El Salvador, and anything, or any DAO system. DAO system has a major risk, but any other stuff, if they have certain legal licenses with them, then definitely it will have a better option to grow. Okay. So I will tell you, like, things are changing right now, and it's a very early stage right now, only 100 to 100 million users, and still things are not regulated in this space. Okay. It will take time, but we feel like by 2026 or 27 next year, things will be more regulated one. And by 2030, there will be a mass adoption into the Web3. Okay. And beyond 2030, okay, you can see every world will have their own digital asset. They will try to keep the digital asset themselves. Okay, so that is the important roadmap which we can feel for the Web3 industry. Okay, coming conclusion from this, what we get is, now community and DAO is more transparent than the Web2 development, and the things which are developed on the decentralized platform has more security compared to the traditional one. Users are learning, there is more demand, people want to know more about it. Okay, and the core principle of decentralization is security and transparency. Now, in decentralized phase also, many things are getting streamlined. Okay, people are eager to do that in the decentralized phase. So that is the major thing, like people are adopting it, and by 2030 we will 30 beyond, we will be able to see a huge change into the Web3 decentralized phases and entire infrastructure and mindset. You need to understand right now, you have to create a mindset like Web3 is booming, and even I need to make profitability, I need to understand it, I need to know more about it. So if you do a research on it, you can even maximize huge profitability on it. So thank you everyone. For that was from my end. It was very short, but I tried to cover everything what was possible to give you just insight about the projects, what is going through, and that was from my end. So over to you. Bye. Ashwant, over to you.
Yeah. Um, Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thanks for the amazing and session. Personally, I learned a lot about the evolution of Web3 and the future scope that is there. Um, for if anybody has any questions right now, it's the time to shoot. Okay. Seeing that there are no questions, let's move on to the ending ceremony, I guess. So, thank you all for joining for today's week 5 session, and we hope you found this very insightful. Be sure to join next Saturday too for week 6, where we'll be exploring careers which are responsible for engagement in the blockchain space. And thank you all for joining today. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. Stay tuned.
Take care. Have a good week.